Good afternoon, Coach Alex here. Just making a quick video because it's been a pretty chaotic week, and thankfully the weekend was calmed down enough I could get some stuff done, but this is the first chance to make a video. So, but what I wanted to talk about today is, well, first of all, that I'm coming up on my last week of P90X store, and I do have to say it's been an amazing ride. And this week was probably the most results I've gotten in a single week since I started the program. But I'm not even exaggerating when I say I've literally dropped 5 pounds. And when I say I dropped a half inch, relatively speaking, compared to what I started with, that's a huge freaking drop for 1 week, especially when you're down below the 33 pounds. So, but that's not why I'm making this video. That video, the PNX3 review, will probably be posted next week along with a blog version. So, but this video is more about belief. When I first started PNX3 and got back into coaching, I really I was searching for something. And I knew that I was kind of finding it when I was coach originally back in 2011. Unfortunately, I didn't stick with it, and things kind of went downhill and crashed, and then I came back to it pretty recently. So, the reason I say how important belief is because my experience coaching this time around has been totally different. It's like, one, I'm a lot more confident in what I'm doing. I believe in the product a hell of a lot more than I did back then. I'm walking proof that it works. If you see some of my earlier videos, or when I was originally just getting started and starting those videos, you can see a huge difference even in my face. So, but the reason that this is so important to me is I watched a video earlier today. It was another our coach's team call, and it really hit home with me about how much it's impacting how I'm going about it and how I'm actually living my life. Because, when I first basically got out of high school, I had no idea where I really wanted to be. I just knew I liked computers. So I joined the military, started working on computers. It was fun for a while, but I realized, I can't really see it as a career anymore because it's just not that fun to me. I really see it more as a paid hobby, if that makes sense. I mean, I just don't get any fulfillment out of it. And to me, if you enjoy what you do, you're not ever really working. And that's exactly what I'm doing for as far as IT work. I feel like I'm working. I'm not enjoying the work. So there's not much reward in it for me except for every occasional things, which really comes far too handled. And that's kind of why I picked up coaching when I did. Because I knew what I was doing just isn't something that's going to be sustaining me long term for not physiologically, but mentally and spiritually. There just isn't much going for me with IT. I mean, it's fun. I like building computers. I like fixing them, but it's not something that I see myself doing until I'm like 80 years old. And that's why I went back to coaching, because I saw that spark there that really got my passion going. Even if it was burned really bright and went out really quick because I got scared. And I was like, oh, this might not be, or something that's going to be sustainable long term. Between that point and now is two totally different meanings. Like, one, I realized that to get there, you have to actually make that risk. You have to fly without a name. That's how you become a leader. That's how leaders work. After seeing this video, it kind of made me think about my mindset. And I was thinking, what was the difference between 2011 when I was just getting out of the Army, or just originally just starting really as a coach, or as an IT tech outside of the military? And it finally hit me how to put it into words. I was thinking like a private and not like a colonel. Now, I know not everyone's familiar with the military, but basically a private is the guy down at the very bottom of the totem pole who has to actually do everything that's being told from above. Regardless if he's got the ability, regardless if he's got the potential, he doesn't really have the self-motivation to go out there and get stuff done without having some sort of direction being given to him. So basically, he's more, well, those of you who were in the military will get this, but for lack of a better term, they're grunts. They sit there and they do work. They go out there like, hey, go take that hill, go lift this cart. Yeah, there's not really much to their day except for the fact they wake up, they go do PT, they do stuff, they come back, they go to sleep. And that's pretty much their day. Unless, of course, you got one swirly private who's just going to go out there and do his own thing anyway and get in trouble for it. But that's not the private I was thinking of. The private, or in my case, private first class. I went in the military. I had the potential to be a leader, and everyone saw it in me, though I didn't see it in myself at the time. And there are some days I'm still looking at myself kind of crazy, like, what the hell are you thinking? Why are you trying to be a leader in your business? No, that mindset is no longer me. And the reason I say think like a colonel, well, of course, you can interchange it with colonel, any grade of general, admiral, captain. They're like the ones, Star Trek, the naval captains, The reason I say think like them is because, yeah, they might get a little bit of idea, like, hey, you need to go in this direction. But how they get there is really largely up to them, and they have a lot of latitude to figure out, is that the right direction they need to go in. And that's kind of what coaches are. They're more or less the colonels of their businesses. We provide the training, or we get trained. And that's kind of what Beachbody does for us. They provide us with all this fantastic training. We get in the training, we learn what we need to learn to go in our direction as we need to. And then in turn, we train the coaches, we recruit and get them into that same training so they can do the same thing. So, you guys see what I'm getting at here? We are all leaders. And what really makes the difference between the private who doesn't know how to do this, and just goes out there and does what he's told, and the colonel who's sitting out there directing everyone to hey, let's go ahead and get this done, and here's how we need to do it, and here's why. They're providing all that to the private. They're the ones coming up with it. So that's kind of the mindset you have to be in. You can't be the one that's just, oh, this is what I have to do, let's go out and get it. No. You have to understand that this is how you do it. But why should you do it? Why should someone else do what I do? And that's kind of where the belief comes in. The private doesn't really believe in what he's doing. He just does it because he doesn't know anything. He doesn't understand why he's doing it. And the colonel does believe in it. He understands why he's got to do it. And he inspires his leaders, or within his unit, to believe in it too. That doesn't mean the private's going to, because the private's just there to get a paycheck. Now let's face the truth, that is. The colonel is there to make sure everything's going smoothly. He's not there for the paycheck. He's there because he loves his job. He's there because he loves getting things done. And that's kind of how you have to look at it as a Beachbody coach. But that mindset can apply even to your regular day job. I mean, if you're a barber, PC tech, a policeman, firefighter, it doesn't really matter what your job is. Leadership, and thinking like a colonel, can apply to any mindset in any profession. Because if you think like a leader, you act like a leader, you behave like a leader, guess what? You are a leader. There's no excuses to not be a leader. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what profession it is. You are a leader. Even if the only kind of leadership you can provide is leadership by example, you still have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in what you do. And the reason I say that leadership and belief kind of go hand in hand is that if you don't believe in yourself, how can you be a leader? It's kind of a no-brainer, right? Just because a person listens to you, looks up to you, that doesn't make you a leader to them. That makes you more of a role model. So, as a role model, you have to take it upon yourself to be a leader. You have no idea who's looking to you. You have no idea who might be paying attention to you. You have no clue whatsoever who is looking at you. And if you don't believe in yourself, and you don't believe in what you're doing, it's going to show. I mean, let's just face it. And knowing this, if you're doing something and you don't believe in it, where people aren't going to look at you the same as if they would if you were truly believing in what you're doing. Yeah, it's kind of how I feel right now. If I would have looked at myself 4 years ago when I was first a coach, I really didn't have a clue what to believe in. I was just going through the motions thinking, hey, I enjoy this. Did I really believe in it? No, I was still learning myself. Now, totally different. I believe in Carl. I believe in Tony. I believe in my coach Ashley. I believe in all the celebrity trainers. I believe in the products that they put out. You know why? Because I know they work. That's why I got P90 X3. That's why I got 21 Day Fix Extreme. That's why I have Body Beast all the way. That's why I followed the eating plan 21 Day Fix Extreme religiously while doing P90 X3 religiously. Because I have faith in those products. I believe in them. I am walking proof that they work. If you believe in it, and you put your absolute faith in something, you're going to notice the difference in how well it works for you. So, and that's your job, you're driving your car. If you truly believe that something bad will happen, guess what? It's about 10 times more likely that bad thing is going to happen. And the exact reverse is true. If you believe something good is going to happen, guess what? Chances are something good will happen. It might not be today. It might not be next week. It might not even be 10 years from now, but something good will happen. And you have to have faith that it's going to happen. You have to believe in yourself to make it happen. So, and if you're making this negative connotations, self-doubting yourself, beating yourself down, you're going to manifest something very negative. You know, why would you want to bring that on yourself? If you believe in yourself and you know you deserve better than that, you're going to try to manifest something great. And sure, there are going to be days where you just kind of look at yourself like, why am I here? Why do I do this when I don't enjoy it? What am I getting out of this? And, well, the truth is, those days are going to be there regardless of how much personal development you do, how much meditation you do, how much prayer you do. It's going to be there. Those days are going to come up. But the more you believe in yourself, the easier it is to deal with those days. Because those days, come or go, they cannot change how you feel about yourself. They should not make a difference whether you're doing the right thing or wrong thing. You stay true to yourself, stay true to your beliefs. Good things will happen.